Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. Episode 219. We're playing some Artifact, which I made a video of this week, but I really have not spent much time at all playing this, because this week I have been playing so much Castlevania. I started recording some Castlevania videos and I just didn't stop. So far I have recorded LPs
Let the fun begin.
for Castlevanias 1, 2, 3, 4, and a good chunk of Symphony of the Night. And I have played through, on my own, Castlevania X Rondo of Blood on the PC Engine, and Castlevania Bloodlines on the Genesis, and all three Game Boy Castlevanias. So yeah, I've played a lot of Castlevania this week, which is a series that I've really pretty much never touched. So it's been really interesting. It's not a series that I'm very good at, particularly, but really the difficulty of that series, at least the early games, comes from not having unlimited lives and unlimited continues, which is just absurd to me. The whole concept is absurd to me. So for a lot of the games, I've had to put in unlimited lives or unlimited continues, and after I do that, I enjoy them quite a bit. So yeah, I'm not planning on playing through every I'm not planning on doing Let's Plays of every game in the series, because that's absurd. But I do plan on playing a lot of them, and there will be a good handful of LPs.
Oh, the wonders you're about to behold.
So, yeah, that's how I've spent most of my week. Yeah, Symphony of the Night is really good. You know, it's one of those just huge jumps in a series to go from Castlevania 4 or, well, really Rondo of Blood to Symphony of the Night. It's aesthetically, going from Rondo of Blood on the PC Engine to Symphony of the Night is not that huge, but gameplay-wise, yeah, it's pretty wild. And I've never played it before, really, so that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, just learning about the series and experiencing it all, it's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool.
I'm here to
So that's how I've been spending my week. And thus, I'm not very good at Artifact, because I haven't played much of it. So let's see here. The big news this week was, of course, I hit 200,000 subscribers on YouTube on the Exploring series. which is pretty crazy. I mean, it's a big number. But the thing is... when I first started doing YouTube stuff, you know, when I was recording Mickey Mouse and Jet Force Gemini, you know, stuff like that, and I was on Game Anyone as well, the concept of having 200,000 subscribers would have just blown my freaking mind. Like, it would have been absolutely insane. I couldn't even really comprehend it. That's how wild it would be. Even 100,000 would just be like, no way. No one would ever watch. No, that just wouldn't happen. But now, now that I actually hit 200,000, it's like, okay. You know, it's great. It really is cool. But it's just like, well, there's always more room to grow, you know? There's always more to do. It's not 500,000. It's not 1 million. It's not 2 million. It's not 5 million. You know, it's just, I don't know. There's always more to do. So maybe that's, you know, a little harsh on myself, and I should be like, wow, you know, 200,000, that's immense. You know, there aren't many people on the planet that have 200,000 subscribers. There's like 50,000, but it, you know, you have to count in all the different corporations and things like that, so it's hard to really say individuals with 200,000 or more. But it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very cool. I'm going to take out my parents to dinner to celebrate as usual, and it's just, you know, it's crazy, but nothing really changes. You know, the nose sticks to the grindstone, and
just as I planned.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going.
In life you are nothing. In death you find purpose.
You are about to witness something incredible. And for my next trick.
Your time has come.
I did not return from death, only to die again.
Anyways, so yes, it's cool. I'm glad to have hit 200,000. Obviously, I never thought it would happen. Although that's not true. When you hit 150,000, you think you're gonna hit 200,000. I mean, there is a point where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna hit it. It's gonna happen. That's not a guarantee, but you believe it. So, at this point, I believe that I'm going to hit 250,000. You know, it's only going to take estimated 5 months at my current rate or something like that. Maybe not even that much. And I probably believe I'll hit 300,000. Beyond that, well, we'll wait and see. You know, I'd love to have the confidence and say, I'm gonna hit 1 million. I'm gonna do it. But YouTube might not be around for that long, so who knows? A lot of things are just out of my control, and so all I can do is keep working. This sucks. This sucks ass.
We'll show them no quarter.
answer.
If the money's good, there's no one we won't kill.
So anyways, moving on. On the Exploring series, we had the Cain and Abel video, which did very well for itself. In fact, the Cain and Abel video was responsible for me having the highest one-day revenue that I've ever had on the channel. Because it got a lot of views in one day, and it was a lengthy enough video that there was an ad in the middle of it, so a video ad in the middle of it, and that's what you want. That ad in the middle of a video, you know, having it versus not having it is easily, like, I don't know, I want to say like a 40% boost or something in your ad revenue. So it's, you know, when you see channels and videos where they stretch a video out to 10 minutes or more, and it seems like they're padding, it's probably because they are. Because that 10-minute mark, that's what allows you to put ads in the middle and at the end. Videos under 10 minutes, you can't do that. So 10 minutes is really a magical number to get more ad revenue. And I do not pad my videos ever. Like, every video is exactly as long as I just think it should be. I don't contemplate video length, really, when I'm working on something. So, I don't do it. But I am always happy when I'm like, oh, this video is going to be more than 10 minutes. If it's 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, usually I won't put an ad in the middle because I think that's a little... I'm not so concerned with revenue that I want to do that, but, you know, 13 minutes, 14 minutes and up, yeah, you're going to throw an ad in the middle. You know, 20 minutes and up, you're going to throw a couple ads in there, and so on and so forth.
Ready to fight.
So yeah, the Cain and Abel video was a good one. Good idea. Good idea I had. Then we had the 507 video, which is one of my personal favorites, the Reluctant Dimension Hopper. And that video also did pretty well on its first day. Can't complain. People seem to like that one. And I worked on the Chaos Insurgency video, which there isn't... Oof. Wrecked. This is game over. I'm terrible at this game. So, yeah, the Chaos Insurgency video, there's not as much info, really, as I would have liked. I think that Chaos Insurgency needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. So really, it's just sort of a basic overview, but there's a lot that's just like... It's not like the GOC where everything is pretty set in stone as far as, like, their motivations and blah, blah, blah. The Chaos Insurgency, by default, is just really mysterious, which doesn't make for the most interesting of videos, I think. And so it was just sort of a basic overview, and then I talked about a few SCPs, and... You know, I always want the focus of every video to be about SCPs rather than, like, tales or, you know, other information and stuff like that. I like to focus on SCPs. So, hopefully it's interesting enough that people like it. You never know.
Inevitability.
And then now I'm also working on a video
Excited to use
for a
this.
number... Oh, boy, I forgot. Let me just look up. No, it's not that. What the fuck number is that? It's in the thousands. Oh, it's 1739. That's what it is. It's basically a laptop that sends people back in time, and then it destroys universes and stuff like that. That's a really good spell. I have to get that spell.
Greater purpose.
Chain Frost. Wow. How do I get this guy? Oh, I know. You buy him. Because it's artifact. And that's game over. Yeah, so it's, it's one of those really interesting SCPs that deals with a really, like, big concept, but sort of conceals it a little bit into a small form factor. So it's just one of those that I think doesn't really need explanation, but a lot of people probably don't know about it. So a lot like the Alien Signal one that I did, 2998, I think. Just one of those I want to talk about and do a video on, and well, I can, so. Isn't there a button to just buy the card? How do I just buy the card? Oh, here you go. You can buy all the unowned cards for $12.57. That's great. And here you can see every card in the game. So many. He goes for $287. Compared to a lot of other cards, that's up there. But I mean, you can buy a lot of cards for really cheap. I mean, obviously this guy's the most expensive because he's really good in the early game. 7 attack, 11 health, 2 armor. So, 20 bucks. It's definitely down from what it was a few days ago when I looked. It was 25 or 30 or something. Zeus! Oh yeah, Zeus. That's cool. Why is she so expensive? What is so good about that? I guess that's a good effect. I don't know enough about this game to really judge things. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the laptop. Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be a good video, but you never know. So then I think the next big one that I'll be doing is, let me look at the poll right now. Right now it's tied between 096, the Shy Guy, and 3001 Red Reality. So if the poll ends on a tie, I get to choose. So of course I'm going to pick Red Reality because it's one of my favorites. So that could be it. We'll see. Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say about Exploring series. Probably not this week, probably the next week. I'll be doing a live Q&A. Just for the hell of it. And then around Christmas time, probably on Christmas to be honest, I think I'm going to release an audiobook, I guess, of The Festival by H.P. Lovecraft. Because that's really like, I think that's his only story that's like even somewhat related to Christmas. It mentions Christmas in the story, so that's about as good as you're gonna get, I think. So I haven't done an audiobook in a while. I did the Call of Cthulhu, I think when I hit 50K, maybe. Maybe it was 100, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So yeah, maybe some people enjoy that. And that's it. On this channel, we of course had plenty of Doom 3, Final Fantasy X, and we had Artifact, we had Roll Manging, pretty standard stuff. So Doom 3 has one more video. Final Fantasy has 7 more videos. So Doom 3, I'm going to upload the final one tomorrow night. Final Fantasy will take a couple more weeks to finish up. That leaves on Tuesday, Monster Boy comes out. I'm not automatically sold on that one. I don't have it pre-ordered or anything. So if the reviews are good, which I'm thinking they'll be, I'll start an LP of that just for something new. If not, I think I'll just start uploading Doom, the fourth Doom. And then we'll just go round and round.
You no longer amuse me.
I mean, there's some other new games coming out. You know, Smash comes out this week, this Friday. This Friday, yes. So I'm gonna be getting that. I got that pre-ordered, just for the hell of it. So there might be a video on that. You know, now that I'm into Castlevania, from what I understand, Simon Belmont is in the new Smash. So maybe I'll spend some time with that. What exactly does this mean? What is this? You didn't explain what the hell this means. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. That guy's pretty good.
All right, mate. Put him up.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the plan. Plenty of Final Fantasy still on the way. Don't have to worry about that. So I guess we'll talk about roll manging then. as we must do.
They think they can kill us?
That could be a problem. Okay. Okay. Right, roll Mangg. Okay, so stars without number, space, and exploration, and ships, and scavenging, and laser blasters, and all the fun stuff. So, let's see. We started out... Okay, so last time at the end, we got our ship, and we were planning to just go somewhere and start scavenging, just get some money. So at the end of last time, we jumped to another system, we flew through this dangerous asteroid field, no problem, and then we found this orbital ruin, which was really like, it was a moon base, is what it was. I think orbital ruin is sort of a general term. It was a moon base that was abandoned, so no one was really working there or living there. But there still could be things inside. And so... I think I'm just gonna roll with this. Do I want to condemn all equipped items? Nobody really has anything equipped except this guy. We'll just end. So we landed on this moon.
I'll spend this later.
Huh. We landed on this moon, and I used my precognition ability to see what is the most dangerous thing that we will encounter in this moon base. Because that encompasses, you know, living entities, traps, you know, other hazards, explosion, who knows what. It's just the most dangerous thing. The thing that I would most like to be prepared for. And so I got a vision of us encountering some other group of individuals. With vac suits, although their helmets were not on. And it seemed like the facility was, like, running. You know, it was, like, powered on and everything was going. And so I couldn't decide based on that if they were already there and we were going to bump into them, or if we were going to go in and then they were going to arrive after us and we were going to encounter them that way. Because there is a big difference between them already being here and not. And so I just did not have enough info to go off of. I tried to suss it out. I just could not. So I think I used another precog ability to ask, are they already here or not? Or something like that. And so I saw a vision of their ship coming in, seeing the moon base, and some guy saying like, oh, it was a good haul this time, or something like that. So they were some sort of pirates. They were not official, no officials talk about hauls. It's a pirate thing, I'm pretty sure. They were coming back, and they were using this base as, like, a base of operations. That's what I got from that. And I was like, okay, so we can wait in ambush then. Because they are coming here, and we can wait for them. But it's all going to be blown if they see our ship. Because our ship's just sitting out there. So I tell Thomas, the robot, I tell him, go to the ship, get it out of here, go hide. And then the rest of us will wait in ambush and just... there was like a corridor at the entrance of this base. We'll just wait at the end of the corridor. They walk in. I teleport behind them, and we just, eviscerate them. That was the plan. It seemed decent. The problem was they were arriving much sooner than we anticipated. We really got here at a terrible time. Because we arrived too early to, like, just shoot their ship or shoot them from their ship or something like that. And we arrived too late to set up a real proper ambush and avoid detection. It was really just the worst timing. Like, we're talking, like, 30 minutes here. That would have been the difference. So...
I know how to use this.
I can't die. My people are counting on me.
Wow, I have a lot of money. So Thomas gets back to the ship, but they're already, like, on the way. Like, they already have scanned the ship, they know it's there, and they're, like, starting to hail it and stuff like that. So they send Thomas a call, and he starts talking to him, and, Thomas is never too great at this stuff, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, Chain Frost, nice. It's not even really necessary.
I will turn this place into a mass grave.
I guess I should have used that, shouldn't I? Shit. And I have no heroes. So basically, Thomas tells him the truth for the most part. That his captain is not here. And so on and so forth. What he should have said is like, oh, we're just, checking it for survivors. We'll get out of your hair. We're leaving. And then he just leaves. They don't know who's on board and who's not. But now he's put this doubt in the guy's mind that, oh, the captain's not on board. Uh-oh, blah, blah, blah. And since they're so close, we really do not have time for like 20 minutes to go by. They can't see us. And it'll be like, oh yeah, the captain came on board. It's all good now. Like, they can watch and see that no one left the moon base, and so nothing happened. So it was really terrible on his part. You needed to lie there.
It's all over. It's over.
So, he calls me then. You know, Thomas calls me. Even though technically at this point our comm pads should not have worked. I didn't realize that immediately. And we just rolled with it. But he calls me and he says... He tells me what happened. You know, this guy is... They're on their way. They already see us. He talked to us. Blah, blah, blah. He knows that you're not on board. And of course, I was angry, but alright. And so... He really screwed up with this glyph of confusion. He really screwed up.
Chain rock. That was fun.
Pretty good. It's almost GG. So I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking about what the hell to do with this situation. None of it's really good. I have no idea. And so I'm like, all right, just patch me through. You know, let me talk to this guy. And so he patches me through, and I tell the guy, like, oh, I just got back. You know, this was like 2 minutes afterwards. I'm hoping that, like, you know, I was, like, just getting on board the ramp. Maybe he couldn't see that, and it's like, okay, I just got back. Seems like a good creep.
You can't stop the revolution.
Oh, yeah?
Only way it was gonna go.
Eat shit. So I tell the guy that I just got back, and I told him we were just looking for survivors. We'll get out of your hair. You know, we don't, you know, this is your place. Okay, that's fine. We're just leaving. And I was very cordial about it, and so he, he's like, all right, you know, as long as you're out of here. And so he let us leave, and I'm like, all right, Thomas, get the fuck out of there. I saved his ass, at least.
You don't mind if I take a look at the bodies after you sacrifice your mates, do you, Lidge?
So Thomas flies out of there, and I tell him, I'm like, just fly for like half an hour, and then just turn around and come back. That's it. That's all you have to do.
I won't.
That's all you have to do. And so he does. That's what he does. Meanwhile, we're waiting. We're waiting in ambush now. Finally, you know, the entrance doors open up, and 3 guys walk in, which I know that they have more than 3 guys on board, so I'm hoping to just sort of silence these guys real quick and then handle the rest on board the ship. You know, maybe they'll send in reinforcements after, you know, they don't hear anything for a while. I did not plan on only, like, half the crew coming into the moon base, but I think Thomas's fuck-up probably influenced things. I think they're a lot more wary now. So, that's unfortunate, but if we kill them quick enough, they don't get a chance to talk. It'll be fine.
Time to go hunting.
Unfortunately, we did not kill him quick enough. Ow.
Someone got you dead.
Oh, I feel better.
Me too. I'll give the Legion something to fear.
Yeah. So I teleport behind one of them. I shoot him in the head point blank from behind. He dies instantly, so that was good. Unfortunately, the guy on his right, immediately, like his first instinct upon being ambushed by a teleporter, is to hit a macro on his wrist computer that sends a signal to the ship saying that they're, like, in trouble. It was amazing how cool and collected this guy was when his buddy just got blasted in the back of the head. So they're real professionals. So we kill the other two. I take a hit or so in the process because I jumped right into the fray, of course. But we kill all three of them, and I tell Studs, the hacker, our hacker, to grab that communicator or whatever and send another message saying that it was all good. It's all fine. We took care of him. Or whatever, you know. Say it's all fine. So he does his hack and roll, and he fucks up. He fucks up. He basically, like, his finger slips and he hits the wrong button. So that didn't help either, because now the ship, instead of sending in reinforcements, they're not fucking around. So they just start firing on the base with ship weapons, which are not lightweight. These things hurt. So we all have to roll, like, dodges to avoid ship lasers blowing up the entrance. I get hurt a lot. I got shredded just throughout the whole session. It was terrible. I was very close to dying. So now the entrance is blown wide open, you know, so there's no pressurization. My vac suit got shredded. So luckily, very luckily, Mert picked up a new ability or something like that that allows him to make telekinetic vac suits for everybody. So as long as he's, like, concentrating, he can make vac suits for everyone that are just telekinetic. So that helped. So we retreat further into the moon base. I'm, like, near death. I'm at, like, 1 health. He hits me with some drug. He hits me with, like, some combat drug that gives me 10 extra HP, but only for 10 minutes, and then it wears off, and I lose the 10 HP. Which doesn't really heal me, but it provides a buffer, because a little bit later I took another hit from something. Probably more ship lasers. I lost 4 more HP. So now, once the drug wears off, if I'm not healed by then, I die instantly. Or not instant, I can be revived, potentially, but it's bad. It's a bad situation. So, he then injects me with more drugs that actually heal me. But it doesn't heal me enough. He heals me for, like, 1. And I'm like, you motherfucker. he hits me with another dose of the drug. Finally, this time he heals me for like 6. And I'm like, okay, I can breathe a little bit easier now. Not much. I can still die in like 1 hit, but a little bit easier. So we need a plan. We need a plan to get the hell out of here. And it was either like deciding to wait it out and wait for Thomas to come back. But keeping in mind, Thomas is flying a free merchant ship with limited weaponry, and it's only him and my brother Hoshi, who's never been in a spaceship before and has no idea what to do. So if they wanted to actually enter ship combat, Thomas would have to fly, and Hoshi would have to be on the gun. And it would just be not a good situation. So I didn't like their odds of winning a ship combat, and I didn't want to risk losing my ship and losing my cat, who's on board the ship. I'm like, that's not a great option. Plus, you know, they might just continue to fire lasers on the moon base until it's just done, because he's really pissed off. Like, half of his crew is dead, and his moon base is already kind of fucked. And the third problem is, we found out that this moon is actually artificially held in orbit around this planet. It uses some sort of gravitational core that is manipulating its orbit. And that core is failing. So we don't know when. We didn't know when. All we knew was that it was failing, and at some point it would fail completely and the moon would start plummeting towards the planet. That could happen in like 10 minutes. We had no idea. We had no idea. So that was pretty shitty. So we thought, okay, if we wait it out and Thomas gets like blown up, we are dead. We are stranded here and the moon's gonna fall and we are dead. No question about it. And I'm like, I decided we have to be proactive about this. We have to force our way out. And so I thought, okay, it's us in this facility. There's a ship, a weaponized ship that's pointing its guns at us, waiting for any of us to poke our faces out. How the hell do we outgun, outmaneuver this thing? We're on a moon. If I had more effort, I could have teleported 100 meters, and that could have gotten me pretty close to the ship, and maybe I could have done something heroic. But I was out of effort, so I couldn't really do that. If there was a way for us to go under the moon, like into the moon, underground, maybe. But this was not a mining facility, this was a production facility. For whatever reason, it made power cores. I don't know why it was on this planet. I don't know exactly how it all worked, but all we knew is that it made power cores. So this was not a mining thing. There were not underground tunnels or anything. It was just a facility. So I thought, okay, we're in a facility filled with power cores and power cells. Let's make a bomb. And so I'm like, that's the best plan I can come up with. I still don't know if it's a great plan or if I could have come up with something better. I don't know. But at the time, I was like, let's make a bomb. So I turned to Phil, our engineer. I'm like, make me a fucking bomb from some power cells. You know, destabilize them, overclock them, whatever the fuck you have to do. Make me a big-ass bomb. And then Mert, who's our telekinetic, so he can launch something much farther. And the moon had low gravity. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be a hell of a toss. But you need to launch this jury-rigged bomb at the ship and just blow it up. I didn't think it would blow up the whole ship, but I thought it would at least, you know, blow it open. And then the vacuum would cause some trouble for them. While they were working on that, unfortunately, the ship left. The ship left. Which, okay, great, problem solved. We don't have to worry about the ship anymore. Except, we have no way off this planet. We have no way off. There's no other ship here. It's abandoned. Like, no one is here. So all we could do then was just wait and work on the bomb and wait for them to come back. Now they went after Thomas. So Thomas actually had an encounter with the ship. And they were like, we're going to board your ship, you know, do not resist and we won't blow you up and stuff like that. And so he didn't resist. You know, he just shut everything down and he waited for them to, like, you know, attempt to board. And then he turned on the engines and gunned it out of there. Which was a smart move on his part because he realized all he really has is his piloting skills. That's it. So he needs to just outpilot them. And he did. Because I upgraded the drive, remember, so we have a faster ship. And so he used that to his advantage. We didn't take any damage because they had a really shitty gunner. Probably, you know, their main gunner was killed on the moon base. So they couldn't hit us. He flew out of there, he outraced them, and he got back to the moon first. And so he tried to, like, hide or something. He tried to, because the ship was pretty much hot on his trails, to a degree. So he couldn't just swoop down and grab us all and then fly out of there without risking getting blown up by this other ship. So he tried to do some fancy maneuvers. Meanwhile, the other ship approached the moon base. I had Mert do the throw with the bomb. He missed, of course. And I'm like, alright, well, this is fucked. That was our best shot, pretty much. And so the ship just fires its lasers at the core, at the gravitational core of the moon base. So the entire thing, of course, destabilizes, and the moon starts to plummet towards the planet. Before this had happened, however, Phil had gone into the core, and he had taken an orb that was there. There were like 7 or 8 orbs there. These were like really special, high-tech, crazy gravitational orbs that were providing the energy to the gravitational core. So these were really fancy tech. So he grabbed one, which was smart, because that was if we didn't have that, this entire operation would have been useless. Worse than useless. Like, we almost all died. Just terrible. But at least we got something out of it. That was really, like, the main payday of coming here. Of course, you know, taking those destabilized the core, but it was already about to blow up, so it didn't matter. Not really. So, okay, the planet starts falling, or the moon starts falling. We all get on, the other ship, the pirate ship, leaves. They're like, alright, job done, so he leaves. Thomas swoops in, picks us all up, and we fly out of there, and we watch as the moon falls towards the planet. And so I actually looked it up. I was doing some looking up at what would happen if, like, our moon fell towards the Earth. And actually, it would not collide with us. It wouldn't be like a meteor. It would actually shake and break apart in, like, our atmosphere or something like that, due to, like, tidal forces or something like that. And the fragments of the moon would form a ring around our planet in the orbit. So we would get like a ring, like Saturn. And the tidal waves would be insane. Because the moon, like, is responsible for how our tides work. And so without the moon there, they speculated that, like, there would be tidal waves that would be so big you would see, like, the ocean floor on the other side of it because of how much water was being moved. And this would happen like 10 times a day. So just massive tidal waves, easily just devastating, you know, all life. So it would be terrible, but not just like, here's a massive collision that just blows up the planet. Slightly cooler. So we watched that, and we're like, alright, let's get the fuck out of here. We go back to Drethik Prime, and that's where we ended the session. And so this is our plan now. Well, this is my plan. We're going to sell the orb that we got. Now, this is extremely valuable, rare technology that not many people have, and probably a lot of people want. I told the crew that I'm not going to settle for less than 1 million credits for it. Truth is, I am going to settle for less than 1 million because I want to sell this quickly. The thing is, we are scavengers, and there is a civilized planet that is getting fucked. Meaning there's going to be a lot of scavenging to be done very quickly, and we want to be the first ones there. Now, pretty much the only people that know about this whole incident are, like, the people on the planet, the pirates, and us. So we have a rare chance here to get back to the planet first and start doing a lot of scavenging, which is maybe not the most ethical thing, but you know, we're not a rescue operation, all right? The planet's fucked. It is. So I want to sell the thing as quickly as possible, sell the orb as quickly as possible, especially before people find out exactly where this orb came from and, like, the incident that just happened. Because that makes it, like, it's a far hotter item as far as legality goes. Because certainly somebody's going to be looking for whoever was responsible. Now, hopefully, it's just like a natural incident, you know, like no one's really responsible. That's what people will think. But either way, there's trouble, I think, after this incident becomes public with selling this orb. Now, there is also potential for it being even more valuable, because, you know, like 8 of these orbs or whatever were lost in the whole incident. So these are even more valuable than because of that. But no, I just want to sell it quickly, get money, get some stuff, and head back to the planet. So I'm hoping to get 400, 500 credit, 1,000 credits for it. We're going to buy a bunch of stuff, a lot of supplies, a lot of equipment, assault suits, some weapons, and demo charges, a bunch of drugs, a vehicle to haul stuff, and I want to get a winch system installed on the ship so we can, like, lift objects up to the ship and you know, lift people and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to jump back to the planet as fast as possible, and we're going to start scavenging what we can. Now, it's going to be very dangerous, because obviously there's the tsunamis, there's, like, shards of the moon that have collided with the planet, there's potentially locals that are still around, there's the pirates potentially there, other scavengers. It's going to be tricky, it's going to be exciting, I think, and that's the plan, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Very fun system, though. I'm having a great time. I really enjoy being a good captain. It's good. It's good stuff. Alrighty then, that wraps us up. So check out the Chaos Insurgency video tomorrow, the laptop video later this week. We got the rest of Doom 3, or the last video of Doom 3 tomorrow. More Final Fantasy X, and potentially Monster Boy. We'll see. But my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.